Welcome to season 2 of Mucked Up My Self-Care.
I'm Linda from Tasmania.
And I'm Jill from New York.
We're literally on the opposite sides of the world right now.
Which means between the two of us, we've mucked up in multiple time zones.
Internationally mucked up.
Oh, we started this podcast talking about self-care in the chaos of motherhood.
But this season we're going deeper into capacity, identity shifts, growth, and what sustainable self-care actually looks like.
Yeah, and it's still messy, it's still real, but now it's just a little bit more intentional.
So if you're a mum who has tried self-care and absolutely mucked it up,
or a mom who has no idea where to even start,
plonk down on the couch or a laundry pile, whatever you've got.
And let's get going.
Okay.
Well, hey everyone, it is Jill.
Oh.
Oops, sorry.
We're fully into season 2, aren't we? I was just like, oh, yep, it's Jill. And yes, it's Linda here. Seriously, mucked up already.
Well, we are back, and this is season 2. If you did not hear in the very beginning with our new intro, nice and snazzy,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But we are not the same women that we were when we were starting at episode 1. And
No way. No.
yeah, neither is your work, your content, or your voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Growth is definitely messy. And like Jill, for example, you're now 1 + 1 as well, like, which is huge news. I don't know if we wanted to drop that on this podcast, but
Oh, well, we are gonna get into that in our highs and lows for sure.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, in that growth, sometimes it means that you outgrow the version of yourself that you once had, that did get you started and
Yeah.
got you rolling on something like the Mucked Up My Self-Care podcast. And
Yeah.
so
So yeah, today we're gonna be talking about what it looks like to evolve publicly and
uh-huh,
privately, how we're
uh-huh,
shedding old versions of ourselves while honoring the journey that has actually gotten us here.
yeah, yeah. And as always, we're just going to share a few of our highs and lows, which remind us both of the wins and moments of reflection as well. So,
Yeah, so here's what this week really looked like for us. Linda, do you
mhm.
want to start with your highs and lows, or you want me to go first?
Why don't you go first, being that
Okay.
I just jumped the gun a little bit?
You're all good. Well, let's just say we're getting a little fancy on what we're doing, and this is probably a high. We're gonna say, well, this is one of my highs. Is getting kind of. I'm in a role of hosting.
Uh-huh.
Last year was a lot of practice into hosting as well before some big shifts were happening personally for me. So we're getting kind of really intentional, like we said, with these episodes for season 2. And what that's going to mean, which we'll talk about later too, is you might see us posting less frequently, but we're going to have better
Mhm.
episodes with a lot more content in it and real deep purpose for it. So that is my high. Is like I'm on this hosting kick right now. I just came out of an event at my church that I hosted, and it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And rolling right into this episode now, 2 days later, I'm like, okay, let's go. We got a great agenda pulled up. We just recorded our new intro, and I'm like, we're gonna have fun with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
My low right now is also kind of a high, but it's a low because pregnancy symptoms are kicking me in the booty. And yes, I am pregnant.
Mhm. Mhm.
We have been
Yeah.
trying for a couple of years now and have succeeded. October of
Mm.
2025, we found out. And so that makes me, gosh, I am 19 weeks as of the recording of this episode, due in July. So the next few months will be hopefully smooth sailing because I really feel like the worst of these pregnancy symptoms are behind me.
Oh gosh, fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's been so much more amped up than it was when I had my first 5 years ago. I'm like, I remember having these symptoms, but I don't remember them being this bad. They've
Mm.
been bad. So right now, it's just sleepless nights and a lot of pain after doing some long-standing events like hosting this party I just had over the weekend. So, self-care is definitely something I'm lacking in because there's no motivation because of how painful a lot of these symptoms are, but in dire need of. So, jumping back into the season, I am really hoping for accountability, not just with you, Linda, in recording, but also to be there for you guys listening in this and
Mm.
knowing the real crap that goes on in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah. Highs and lows for you, Linda.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so, ooh, I feel like there's been a lot that's happened since we had our last episode,
Yeah.
obviously, with at this end of the world, it's back to school time. Well, it's yeah, it feels like we've only been back for a couple of weeks, so just that's part of, I think, the high in some ways and the low. It's sort of both rolled into one. It's getting back into routines, and because it's summer over here, we are getting the chance to ride our bikes or walk to school, which has been really nice. But it's also just the fallout sometimes of being at school for like increasing school now to 5 days, and then I feel
Mm.
like we just spent the whole weekend just recharging after the school week and adjusting to new classes and new students and new teachers and new routines and getting back into old routines and just making sure I'm on top of all of the admin that has to happen when you start a school year, like filling in paperwork and all of the things. So it's it does free up a bit of time during the day when they are at school for me, but that time goes so quickly as
Oh,
I'm
it
sure
does. It really
everyone
does.
knows. Like, you look up and you're like, "Didn't they just leave? And now
Yep.
it's time to pick them up. Oh my gosh." So, yeah, just, it's bittersweet, of course, that they're growing so fast, but also at the same time, just, whoa, slow down. Yeah. 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 Especially trying to feed teenage boys. It's seriously never ending. It's never ending. Although the 3-year-old can also put away,
Oh,
quite a
yeah.
lot if she wants to as well. So, yeah, lots going on, but it's lovely all the same. So, yeah. Yeah. Mm. Mhm.
Great. Well, yeah. The contrast of these highs and lows is
Yep.
exactly why this this growth here is so complex but important, like, and how we're
Mm.
shifting and outgrowing versions of ourselves and coming into new versions. Um, yeah, it's normal to see this growth though.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Although at the same time, while it's normal to see growth, a lot of it can happen in the mucked up moments, in
yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
moments when nobody can find their left sock or nobody can like there's a lot of growth that happens behind closed doors as well as in public as well.
Yeah.
So I think while we're trying to let go of those parts of us, those we need to remember that there's still it still takes time
Mhm. Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
think
that
yeah.
component of what's happening behind the scenes, we have to
Mhm.
remember is what's influencing what we see on the outside. So, like,
Yep.
Linda, you and I have conversations every 13 weeks about
Mhm.
this podcast. It
Mm.
was because this podcast is a collaboration between the 2 of us.
Yep.
We get together quarterly to revisit how we're feeling about the podcast, how things are going, what's working for us, what's not working for us,
Mhm.
improvements, things we want to shift on, and
Yep.
just planning in general, which
Mhm.
I think is extremely important for us with
Game changer. Yep.
how much shifts between each quarter. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not common for collaborations to meet that frequently to make these adjustments in their plans, but
Mm.
it can happen that way, and it's what works for us because, as we saw last year, Linda, you had a huge shift happen in your life where
Yep.
I mean, you were already doing a lot of single parenting to begin with when we started this podcast, but it really solidified itself last year
Mhm.
where
Yeah.
you
Yep.
truly are a single parent of 4 children now.
Yeah. Single and solo. I think
Yeah.
that's important, um, important part of growth to distinguish as well, because there perhaps some might be some situations where you're a single parent, but you have 50-50 or week on, week off. But for me at the moment, it's 24/7,
Yeah, you're 100% in this. And
100% on
we've
me.
we've definitely alluded to it in our episodes, but never really
Mm,
come out and said it. And, that's a
mm,
vulnerable piece for you. And
definitely. Mhm.
it's also impacting your growth. It's been a
Yep.
huge influence on how you have shifted and a reason why we took a bit of a break and
Yep.
we'll continue to honor these breaks in our future episodes and seasons.
Mm, mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
I had the passing of my dad last
Mm,
year, which
mhm.
really impacted the amount of capacity I had for things. And then I had a miscarriage on top of finding out that I was pregnant right after the miscarriage. Um,
Mhm.
so it
We
really
both yeah,
got
we both had so much, and then we both had kids starting school,
winter
very, very
recess, like holiday
mhm,
breaks,
mhm.
everything just
Yeah,
happened in those months. So it was
yeah.
this probably one of the smarter decisions for us to go ahead and take that pause.
Mhm.
And then when we came back last month to, like, really slow down, because that's what I did with Mama Outspoken. I was like, "You know
Mm.
what?
Mhm.
This year is gonna look totally different." And I kind of assumed it'd be the same for you, and I know we're both very fast-paced, like, "Let's get things done. We wanna make sure we have things
Oh, yeah.
come through all the time," but,
Yeah.
let's take the
It's
advice and go ahead and slow down a little bit and slow our cadence down.
yeah. Although I think traditionally there's still a lot of, mm, ideas around growth being doing more.
Yeah.
Like, if you're growing into a podcast, you might up the ante, which actually still feel like we're doing, even though we're slowing down
Yes,
because
exactly.
yeah.
We're kinda reversing the script, right? Like,
Mhm.
we're
Mhm.
putting more work into each episode,
Yep.
but because we don't have the time to do that every week,
Yeah.
we're gonna do it monthly. So
Mhm.
we're gonna have these more impactful episodes, more we started it knowing we were gonna be raw and real, and we're still raw and real in the recording of the episode, but now we might do some fancier bells and whistles in the
Yeah.
episode. You might see it more frequently on some of the social platforms because we might actually have some time to clip up these episodes to share.
Yes.
So,
Finally. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. But that
um,
also means, stepping into more of a public space as well,
yeah, and
especially for me at the moment, because I did have to step back so
yeah,
much. And yeah, it's letting go of that hustle sort of go, 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 go,
mhm,
but also reaching out into areas that need attention and intention, attention, and both of those. So yeah, the
yeah.
slowing down really does
I think
does
that's,
help.
the maturity part of it too. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
we've learned so much in 100 plus episodes now, and when we
Mm.
celebrated
Mhm.
along the way as well, we took note of that, on how
Yep.
different episode 1 was to episode 50 and then episode
Mhm.
100, and ooh, hold on, I have interruptions, but
Yeah, that doesn't change.
that
That doesn't
hasn't
change.
changed.
So
But we've also taken note hold on, please. Okay. We've also taken note of our own, like, awareness, like, how self-care
Uh-huh.
does impact us and not doing self-care impacts us. So there's a lot of
Mhm.
maturity that we've had in our growth that we
Yeah.
want to come through in this.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes oh gosh, yeah. It's evolving. We're speaking with intention rather than reacting, except
Yeah.
when there's a little one, then you'll hear my reacting.
Mom, mom.
But I know we've tried also to be more vulnerable and be more in depth with things, and
Yeah.
that's where this will allow us to go as well.
And what I find interesting in that growth that we've had from episode 1 to today is we've never had a problem coming up with topics. We've never had a problem coming up with episode ideas and titles, and we still feel like we have more to talk about. We still feel like we have a bank of episodes that need to be
Yeah.
addressed. We still feel like we go into episodes and are like, "Oh, yes, that deserves a deeper
Yeah.
conversation." How many times have we said that across the way? Um, so that's part of the recognizing that we're doing and the intentional growth, I think, for us, um, that we we still and that's part of that quarterly catch up as well, is we both realize that we still have a lot more to say. There's still
Yeah.
a lot more to address. There's
Yeah.
still mums out there that need these episodes and need to feel like they can muck up their self-care, and it's okay.
And it's real life stuff, things that we are actually living
Mm,
through. And, that's one of the things that, Linda, you and I are brands. Like, you have Linda Bonnie, and I am Mama Outspoken. We are like, we've branded ourselves, and we're out loud living publicly, right?
mm,
We
mhm,
are doing that. And this is, I feel like, between Mama Outspoken podcast, Mucked Up My Self Care podcast, my socials, that's how I'm doing this publicly. Like, I'm
mm,
this is me authentically being in front of an audience.
yeah,
And I don't always get to post some things, but when I have these conversations with you, or when I get to have a conversation with my husband and they're recorded and I get to put them out there, I know that they are heavy topics a lot of times. We try to fill them with
mhm,
some fun and giggles and stuff, but it's real stuff that I know other people are going through too. I mean, if you and I can sit
mhm.
here and have a conversation for 20 minutes on how we mucked up our self-care over laundry or spilled cereal out of the pantry,
Oh gosh.
or laundry that gets messed up in the garden. I don't know, like, we
Mhm,
from across the world are having these conversations. We know
yeah,
that there's people in between us that need to have these conversations, or at least hear
yeah,
them as well. So when you
exactly.
guys are listening, we have to say thank you so much for that, because we don't feel so alone just having a conversation between us.
Yes, exactly. And I think what's important as well, because we have little people
Mm.
as well, and they are constantly also evolving and growing. So their needs change in different ways.
Yeah.
I sometimes joke and say, my 13-year-old needs me just as much as my 3-year-old,
Uh-huh.
but the thing is he won't be as vocal about it, and
Right.
then get to the point of just falling apart, and you're like, "Oh, you really needed me, damn." Like, whereas even in just the last few months, the needs of having a 3-year-old in the house is changing constantly.
Yeah.
So, she's just learned how to actually make her own cereal. So she climbs the kitchen bench because I've put the cereal up high, trying to minimize some of the cereal everywhere. So she now climbs on the bench, gets up into the cupboard to get the cereal down, gets the milk out, pours it into the bowl and half of it on the floor, gets the spoon, goes to the table and leaves a trail all the way across the carpet with the cereal everywhere. And she's having cereal about 5 times a day if
Oh my
you're not
god.
careful. Like,
Easy thing for her to grab, right?
oh, she's just yes. So she's growing in her own way, and it's yeah, it's something which is constantly, um, needing to be tackled as well. Yeah. Anyway, it's very sweet, and she often will also get cereal for everybody else in the house as well, which is just even better because then you've got 2 or 3 times the mess as she gets out bowls for everybody. Oh, yeah, crazy.
Very crazy. Oh,
Yeah,
I know we've taken some steps to actually, like, help us with this growth, but
yeah,
we wanna make sure we're not just leaving you guys hanging while you're listening because
mhm,
you're probably wondering, "Well, like, how does this apply to me?" Right? How can I even start
yeah,
doing something like this? Where I can do like, yeah, just protect yourselves when you're outgrowing the old version of you, getting ready for being like getting ready for growth.
mm,
I
mm,
don't know. Like slowing down really is such a
mhm,
contradictory thing, but something that I think is really important for us to be able to appreciate like the capacity at which we can continue on when there's this kind of growth.
yeah,
Yeah. And just, you might need to adjust what you're doing. Like for us, well, for me, and then for us together through this collaboration, it was adjusting the cadence of us publishing a
mhm,
podcast. For me,
mhm.
it was adjusting the cadence of everything I do for business because there's going to be a lot more family time needed, a lot more me time needed as I grow a baby. Linda, what is something that you've had to shift as you are entering in this growth space?
For me, it's I think making sure that I'm still prioritizing self-care. That's a lifelong it's a lifelong lesson,
Yeah.
and making sure that I'm also recognizing when I do self-care sometimes and being grateful for that as well, because there are times when you might reflect back on the day and go, "Oh, yeah, well, actually, it feels like I haven't done anything, but actually,"
Mhm.
which is one of my yeah, just making sure that I'm accepting of those times and grateful for those times as well.
Yeah.
That's ongoing, but also including every those around me in my growth as well, whether it's you, whether it's the kids, whether it's family, whether it's those listening right now, you know, it's making sure that that's also part of the picture as well.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
So, well, another way might be like letting go of one habit or expectation
yeah, yeah,
um to make room for that self-care because I know that's something
mhm,
I need to do is like,
mm.
maybe it's to put the phone down for an hour a day so you can do a different kind of self-care
Yeah,
or
and
just
how often do we hear that? How
I
often
know.
do we get told that? And it's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
sure."
Oh, or to at
Mm,
least just let go, shift that expectation that
mm,
comes with maybe even having an hour blocked for self-care and just letting it be if something happens, it's
yeah,
the space is there instead of saying, "I must get something done for
mm,
self-care."
mhm, yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's okay to muck up.
Yep. And while it is okay to muck up, we still want you to walk away with a win. At the end of
Yeah,
every episode, we want to help because even I think sometimes we need that reminder, Linda, ourselves. So
mm,
it always helps
mhm,
us to walk away like, okay, maybe I will do this week.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, what is a way that you can win after listening to this episode? Yeah, I think
Mm,
one is, just know it's okay that you're
yep.
outgrowing this version of yourself or a version of yourself who started blank. Just that
Mm,
permission to it's okay, you're growing up. And if you have kids, your kids are growing up, so why can't we be
mhm.
just like our kids and be okay with letting that go?
Yeah, exactly. And I think sometimes remembering that, we talked earlier about that whole idea of go, 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 and us
Mhm.
liking to be full on, but having to slow down. So I think as far as taking baby steps,
Yeah. Yeah, I
which
think
is
that's
hard,
great.
hard for both of us.
What's one thing
Like,
that you can slow down this week or this
yeah,
month until we get back
yeah,
together? Yeah.
just
Oh, I think that's perfect. One
one
thing.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, yeah. Mm,
So,
mm.
oh goodness, yeah, growth means we have to let go of those things, even the
Yep,
successful parts, just to make space for the new us. I mean, we're making space for new versions of us, Linda, and,
constantly.
you
Yeah.
guys listening, we are here to hold that space for you as well. I know we'd love to hear from you listening. Um, we are at muckedupmyselfcarepodcast at gmail.com. Send us
Mhm.
an email. Um, send us an email to tell us, what your shift is that you are outgrowing. What is it that you're able to slow down on this week? What are you giving your
Yeah,
permission to outgrow? Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead and reach out
yeah,
to us.
yeah. Jill, as you were just, talking about making way for the new versions of ourselves, I was thinking about taste buds, how they regenerate about every couple of weeks,
Yeah,
and
yep.
so they're constantly repairing themselves and regenerating themselves, and our number of taste buds, our tongue heals really quickly
Mhm.
if it. So I was just thinking about
That
that
is
as a
great.
bit of a
A great comparison.
analogy or metaphor sort of thing. Like, if our taste buds can grow back, our self-care, our grown versions of ourselves can definitely do the same thing. So
Definitely.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah. That's probably a good note to end on.
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Linda, thank you so much for this conversation. If this
Always.
conversation is
Thank you.
resonating with you or another mom that you're thinking of while you've been listening, please share it.
Yes,
And
it
yeah,
really helps us to know that this is growing far and
mhm.
wide as well. And yeah, just would love you to reach out if you feel comfortable, if you get a chance in between everything else that's going on. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you for the next episode.
Oh, yes. I mean, what do we usually say? I hope you our mucked up saying now. I can't think of it. It's too long. Jeez.
Our brains have just gone flop. Until next week, we hope you can unstuck
Stuck
your
your
muck.
muck.
There we go. We
Bye.
got there in the end. Bye.